The movie begins with Kid's childhood memories of his mother, who told him a story about a powerful deity named Hanuman. Hanuman once ate the sun, after which the gods punished him by taking away everything that was precious to him. After this, Hanuman began to take revenge, being a cruel and merciless warrior. In the present, Kid is a failed fighter competing in an underground fighting club. Wearing a monkey mask, he fights a fighter named Cobra and suffers a devastating defeat. Tiger pays the loser only a fraction of the money, as he fails to entertain the audience and generate good revenue. Kid needs more money, but the underground club owner can't help, suggesting instead that the fighter become a circus monkey dancing in a pink dress. After the tough events of the past, Kid lives with thoughts of revenge and sees that a man named Baba Shakti is gaining popularity, preparing for presidential elections. The fighter intends to reach the millionaire who built his empire on the blood of ordinary citizens. But first, he needs a chance to be in the same place as him or his henchmen. A local boy tells about a woman named Queenie Kapoor, a powerful businesswoman who owns an elite nightclub for the rich and vicious. The next morning, a poor Indian man, pretending to be disabled, steals Queenie's wallet and passes it to Kid through the locals. Later, Kid shows up at the nightclub to return the stolen wallet and asks for a job as gratitude for his noble deed. The woman looks down on the pauper but gives him a chance, seeing his burned hands ready for any dirty work. Kid starts working as a dishwasher and meets a manager named Alfonso. Slowly executing his plan, the fighter buys an unnoticeable revolver, but he can't bring it into the kitchen because of the metal detector and armed security. A few days later, Kid overhears a conversation between Queenie and Alfonso about respected guests soon arriving at their club, among them Rana, the police chief and a henchman of Baba Shakti. Kid has unpleasant childhood memories associated with Rana, and Rana is first on his list of those he wants to take revenge on. Kid tries to make friends with Alfonso and offers to make money by betting against him in an underground fight club. In the evening, Kid fights a weak fighter in the ring and completely controls the fight but deliberately goes down in the third round, earning the manager a good win. As gratitude, Kid receives a promotion and becomes a waiter at the club. In a world of lust and depravity, rich men order not just food but also girls from the menu. One of them is Sita, a beauty with a cuckoo tattoo on her clavicle. Seeing the rich man pawing at Sita, Kid struggles to restrain himself, once again succumbing to unpleasant memories from the past. Trying to calm down, the man goes outside through the back door and feeds a stray dog. Sita advises him not to do this, as animals quickly become attached to kind people. Combining work as an underground fighter and a waiter, Kid learns to shoot and continues to care for the dog. It soon turns out that he did this not only because of his love for animals, but also so that his four-legged friend would carry the revolver past the guards. Thanks to another promotion, Kid becomes a waiter in the VIP room with clients who indulge in illegal substances. Among the guests, he notices Rana and rushes to the bathroom to manage his emotions and not make rash actions. The waiter offers the police chief white powder, but he becomes ill. Following him to the bathroom, Kid dreams of pulling the trigger and avenging his family's offender, but things do not go as planned. Rana attacks him, resulting in a violent fight with gunfire. Guests in a panic leave the VIP hall, and Kid receives numerous injuries. Realizing that the revolver is lost and there is plenty of guards outside, he tries to escape through an aquarium leading to the next room. Unable to jump out the window, Kid has to fight the guards using anything at hand. After dealing with several opponents, the injured waiter hides in the parking lot, and then steals Alfonso's motorized rickshaw. The city police declare a manhunt for the criminal who tried to kill their chief. At one point, it seems that Kid has managed to escape from pursuit, but a little girl appears on his way, forcing him to stop. The police ram the rickshaw and arrest the waiter after Alfonso flees the scene. Waking up in a police car, Kid attacks the law enforcement officers and knocks out all the policemen. Jumping out of the car, he saves himself by running and hides in a brothel. The axe-wielding security guard is aggressive towards the uninvited guest and tries to kill him for bringing the police there. Kid has to fight with all his strength with the owner of the brothel, when suddenly the police burst into the room and open fire. Using the body of a man with an axe as a shield, the waiter escapes again, but a sniper from a helicopter shoots him, causing Kid to fall into the river. Finding himself in an extremely difficult situation, the man continues to remember his mother because she was the only close and dear person for him. At this time, several monks from the local temple find him and perform an operation to remove the bullets, after which they treat the wounds and save Kid's life. Regaining consciousness, the fighter wants to leave, but Alpha suggests he stay as it's the only place in the city where they won't look for him. Meanwhile, Baba Shakti learns of the incident and asks Rana to execute the man who dreams of taking revenge on them for their dirty deeds. In the evening, Kid spends time with the temple residents, getting to know them better. At night, he can't sleep due to painful memories. Alpha suggests drinking the poison of a powerful tree to accept himself and his pain. Breathing in the poison particles, Kid plunges back into the past to find his purpose. Over 20 years ago, Kid was a carefree child living in a small village. One evening, as people gathered for a theatrical performance, the police, working on orders from Baba Shakti, began to surround them. The police, under Rana's command, tried aggressively to expel the local residents from their village. The politician needed the land for further factory construction, so he did not shy away from dirty, inhumane methods to free the territory. People were beaten, and their homes burned because they refused to leave the village voluntarily. Rana visited Kid's mother's house immediately after she hid the boy in the attic. He had to watch in horror as the police chief beat and strangled his mother. Covering up the crime, Rana ordered the village to be burned. Little Kid tried to extinguish his mother's burning body with his hands, receiving severe burns but unable to help her. Accepting his new essence and finding his calling, Kid begins to train diligently. The musician sets the right rhythm, and the crowd supports him, making the fighter grow stronger. Alfonso is forced to hide as he is considered Kid's accomplice, while Baba Shakti continues to strive for power, preparing for the upcoming elections. Later, Kid completes his preparation for revenge and sees that the police are terrorizing the temple residents, demanding the release of the land for new construction. They cross the line and beat up an innocent girl, which forces Kid to act. Stealing money from the donation box, Kid leaves the temple. Soon Alfonso notices a sign indicating that a fighter wearing a monkey mask is returning to the ring. Realizing that Kid is no longer in hiding, the manager goes to an underground club. At the same time, the boy makes a huge bet on Kid, investing the very money that was stolen from the temple. Tiger announces a rematch between Cobra and Monkey, hoping it will bring him good money. Kid knocks out his opponent in the 3rd second of the fight with a precise blow to the jaw, which shocks the audience. Fearing loss of respect, Tiger releases another fighter. He orders the 2-meter bear to break Kid, but he again easily wins, plunging the hall into deathly silence. Moments later, the audience recognizes a new ring champion and chants his name, Monkey Man. After receiving a substantial win, Kid passes all the money to Alpha and the temple residents, so they can take care of themselves. On the eve of the elections, Baba Shakti goes to the Queenie nightclub to celebrate the upcoming victory with his associates. People on the street gather in crowds, chanting his name, leaving no doubt about who will be the next president of India. Kid is resolute and heads to the nightclub. Meeting 2 guards at the back exit, he knocks them out. In the kitchen, there are several more guards, but the fighter handles them without much difficulty. Leaving a gas cylinder next to the gas stove, Kid deals with 2 guards in the elevator and goes up to the main hall. The explosion causes general panic, causing innocent guests to leave the nightclub, while Kid attacks Rana with homemade fireworks. Despite a large number of opponents, the fighter, like an Indian John Wick, easily deals with them. Soon, reinforcements arrive in the form of 20 guards surrounding the fighter. It seems that the guy has no chance of winning, but Alpha and other residents of the temple appear, deciding to thank Kid for his generous deed. A massive fight begins, during which the fighter tries to leave the main hall to find Rana and Baba Shakti. Queenie shoots at Kid for ruining the party and destroying the nightclub, but Sita saves him and hits the woman with a tray to the head. Depriving the club owner of a finger, Kid moves up to the VIP hall. Here he and Rana meet face-to-face to conduct the second round of their confrontation. The police chief is overly confident, thinking he can easily defeat a weak fighter, but soon realizes he's mistaken. Driven by revenge, Kid effortlessly takes down Rana and sends him to his ancestors. Using Queenie's finger, the fighter ascends to the penthouse floor of the nightclub owner. Baba Shikta, who has been hiding, meets Kid and suggests not to lose his moral character and forget about revenge. The politician talks a lot, distracting the fighter by showing him his sacred shoes inscribed with prayers for forgiveness. It turns out that all this time Baba Shikta was stalling, waiting for a helicopter for further escape. Seeing the helicopter outside the window, the politician attacks Kid and injures him. But the fighter, strong in spirit, pulls a blade from his hand and finally kills Baba Shikta, ending his blood revenge. Remembering his mother one last time, Kid closes his eyes forever.